Oh, hi folks, this is not a review. Full disclosure, I'm not an expert on dual sports or dirt bikes at all. I got 3 other street bikes, but this is the only dirt sport I've owned, other than, in fact, if you want to include a V-Strom, which I don't consider a dual sport. And this is going into the 5th year of riding this 2013 CRF250L that I bought in October of 2012. And like I say, it's not a review because I'm not in a position to evaluate it, because basically it's the only one I've ever ridden. But it's basically, I don't mind spending money. What I don't like is wasting money. So what you want is fair value for what you paid. And this is about the only bike I've ever paid full price for. And the title of this video, I guess, is Would I Buy It Again? Because after 4 seasons, almost 5 seasons, I licensed it year-round. I got to know this bike pretty well, and even though it's probably the bike I have the less distance on, it's definitely the bike I have the most hours on. And me and this bike are able to go into areas like this, where not even you'd have to have some serious 4-wheel drive to get up to where I am right now. Really nasty road up here, but you can see the vistas and the area is worth it. And so if I was going to get one motorcycle, definitely a dual sport, to get into places like this, anywhere. It's good on twisty roads too. But anyway, would I buy it again? And I have to tell you, I would buy this again in a heartbeat. This bike, I wouldn't even look around. If this bike happened to be stolen or fell off this cliff or something, I'd just go and buy another one right off the shelf or right off the sales floor right away, because this is such a cool bike for exactly what I use it for. Luckily, I'm in an area where there's lots of forestry roads, mountain roads. The mountains are all over. It's a rural area. And I've got the other bikes I own for the highways. So to get around all these ridges and these mountains, it's littered with forestry roads and trails. And you can get away from people so easily. And this bike is just perfect. I mean, it's nice because it's not a dedicated dirt bike. It's got a low seat. You can get off and on easy. It's not a big issue for an old guy like me. It's dead reliable. I've done nothing to this bike at all. It's just once I bought it from the dealer in October of 2012, it's never been back to the dealer. I haven't done anything like valve clearances or any of that kind of stuff. The only thing I've done, I have 3 mods, if you want to call it. I got a cushion seat, I got a little tachometer, and I got a K&N filter, and that's absolutely all I've done. I've changed the brake fluid, I've changed the chain, and of course I change the oil just once a year. That's all I do. It's beautiful. It takes regular fuel, gets about 70 to 80 miles per gallon Imperial, and it's just so rock solid reliable. The only issues I have ever had was a leaking hydraulic fluid out of the fork here. I've done maybe 3 leaks out of this fork, and so I just get that. They call it seal something or other. I'll put a link up. That's taken care of it. It's just a bit of dirt that got on the seal. Other than that, I've done nothing to this bike. It starts every time. There's never an issue. It runs smoothly. It's just easy to ride. It's nicely suspended. A dedicated dirt biker would say it's too heavy, but it's, I think it's 320 pounds or 350. The only thing I do, if I'm not a big believer in mods, to me, I like them right out of the box. It's fine. You don't need to modify this bike. If you do, it's up to you. There's lots of mods available. The only thing I might want to consider is a slightly larger fuel tank. But this will go 150 to 200 kilometers on a tank, which is pretty much all you need. But it is nice to have a little bigger tank there. But yeah, you know what? I would buy this bike again in a heartbeat. Not even a hesitation. There's absolutely nothing I would change on this bike. I mean, you always want extra power. If you want an extra power, get a 350 or 400 or something big, 650 or whatever. You know what you get when you get into 250. But it'll go climb up these steep hills I just went up to get up here easily in first gear or second gear. It's got lots of bottom end torque. It just, it's not a great highway bike, but that's not what it's for. The first year I had this, I dropped it 3 or 4 times. It's still got some scars. There's all kinds of scrapes and everything like that. I haven't dropped it since, knock on wood. And it's just, like I say, super reliable. I've done nothing to it. It's never been in the shop. Just the regular fluid changes, and like I say, I changed the chain, and what the hell else did I change? And the brake fluid, and of course the oil once a year. So that's it. I mean, this is a great bike. If someone wants a really all-purpose dual sport, and they don't need a whole bunch of horsepower, this thing will go 120 on the highway if you want. It won't go, you can't pass anybody, but if you need to get to a place like this and need to get on the highway to get there, this is okay. It'll do it. Yeah, I would recommend this bike 1000%. It's so much fun. It's probably the best value of any vehicle I've ever purchased, as a matter of fact. And I definitely would get another one. As soon as something happened to this, like I say, I'd go right to the shop and order me another CRF250L and be done with it, and then I'm on my way. So yeah, it's a great bike. Really love it. Enjoying another season here that's finally started after the lousy winter and spring we've had. It's nice and warm today. And gonna enjoy another nice summer with my 250 CRF 250L. Okay, and that's it.